Today we've taken the oldest to softball practice early this morning, and then my good buddy Hager and his dad, they have wood left over that we desperately need. I didn't spend all the proper prep time cutting wood this year, and wood is our primary source of heat during the winter. On days I had off, I admittedly spent too much time playing poker or at, family sporting events and such. Not a whole lot of focus went toward the wood, but I feel as though I kept focus on what was important to me and my family. Minus staying warm, but we've been warm all winter, so one day I hope to get in the story, but Hager and his brother are actually the two who got me most interested in poker right before or after the Moneymaker era. So all of this is their fault. Because of them, really, and then my other buddies who've strung me along the way, Harvey, Rays, Andy, and Bobby, it's their fault that I'm talking to you today. Without them and my wife and the other support group, I wouldn't be babbling on about poker nonstop. So we're going to unload this wood, and then I'm going to pick up my daughter, and then hopefully this afternoon we're going to go play the MSPT satellite. Well, I'm vibrating a lot because I'm in a hurry. I was going to show you guys all kinds of cool footage from different parts of Evansville, for once. But instead I'm running late. Lots going on, And I hate running late for tournaments, satellites, etc. when you already got an overstressed crew. And then they try to add in late entries and stuff. I usually like to enter early. So now I'm part of the problem. There's a new wall. They're already starting some of the remodeling for the new venue. Look at me, I start a vlog and then I start talking crap with the floor, Our dealer was making change out of a dead stack, which is for a future player. I told him he probably shouldn't do that just in case somebody comes. I'm pretty sure you can't do that, but he called the floor over, and then the floor argued it, saying, oh yeah, he can make change from there. I made a dumb comment saying I was just trying to speed the game up because he was just sitting there taking forever to break out the chips. And whatever. I guess I'm in the wrong there? No, I doubt it. I think that Karen or a different floor would agree with me, but that's neither here nor there. And it's not part of the game either, so whatever. I'm at 15.5 from the 12K starting stack at first break. Blinds are getting ready to be 3-6 with 100 ante. There's about 50 players, so there's only going to be about 10 that advance to the 50K guaranteed at the end of the month. Oh yeah, I've played 2 hands the first hour and 20 minutes. One where I won with pocket 10s, and the other one I stole the blinds. But this isn't a sprint to try to build chips or win, it's just to hang on and get that seat to the main event. There's 19 left. 10 get seats and 1 gets 210 if I'm at 28K, which was 14 big blinds. So I was debating on folding the last hand no matter what, last hand before break. But it was King Jack of clubs, so I decided to raise to 7K. And one guy calls and the blinds fold. The flop comes 6, 9, 10 with 2 diamonds. I decided to donk out with, hoping he'd just fold to my C-bet, 11K. And he shoves. I insta-fold, and he shows 7, 8 of diamonds for the made straight and the straight flush redraw. Way to call out that pre-flop bet. Kind of stinks. I mean, I guess pseudo connectors, whatever. So now I'm coming back to 3 big blinds, and I have to fade 8 people. I went from being the best decision maker in the world to now I'm just one of them. Got a bunch of people making the worst bets and decisions. Oh, if it wasn't a turbo, I'd have a chance to come back from this mistake. I know that sounds like a cop-out, and it kind of is, but kind of true too. Well, whatever the outcome, I'll let you guys know. I won't be able to stick around for cash after this because I have daddy duties, which is alright with me. It was a good run, good day, and hopefully I end up with a seat. Hopefully. I guess on that hand I could have just called the rest of it with how much I had in there and hoped for my gut shot queen. It would have hit if I would have screamed for it, right? But alas, I'm out. I decided to wait around. I had to fold my big blind and small blind. That was 4,500 due to raises and raises in front of me with nothing. I know there's a lot of chips in the pot and I could have hit something, but not with the action the way it played in front of me. And I waited. I was gonna wait all the way around to my next big blind and just blind out basically, but I had no balls. And a couple hands later, I shoved less than a big blind in with an ace-8 off, and the flop was 6-7-8. There were 3 callers, by the way. It was less than a big blind. The guy raised everybody out. He had 10s held up. I'm out of the tournament. It was fun. It's my own fault. No matter the structure, no matter anything else, I played like an idiot in the middle there, right before break. Did not have to do that. So I busted out 17th, 11th would have got money, 10 would have got the seats. I didn't keep my eyes on the prize, I just decided to fail out, you know. Now I'm gonna go throw 100 on blackjack and play around a little bit because I have about an hour until I gotta be where I gotta be, so I feel like gambling. The list is too long to get on and play any poker. Here we go, let's get the degenerate side out again for a minute. Alright, blackjack was a no-go. $100, $15 bets, and didn't win a single hand, so that's where we are. Caramel mocha frap as a little bit of comfort food. It's usually reserved for just straight up losing or busting out after cashing an MSPT tournament, but today I felt I wanted it. So I'm more upset at myself for donking off $100 at blackjack than I am my bad play of the satellite. I shouldn't have done either one. I should have hung on and won. The key to winning the satellites is not to try to win it all, but just hang on, you know, hang on to that 20%. I needed to tell myself that earlier. Actually, I think I told myself that a few times. Got that video of the food there, and the lady asked me, is there a reason you're taking pictures? Now, I understand in the casino, they may frown upon different videos, different pictures being taken, you know, especially if you get people in the background. But when you're taking a picture of food, give me a break. And she's like, are you doing it so they know what they want? I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm taking a video of food. I should say no, it's for, like, you know, little skip scene between my vlog. Check me out. Hello 7027. Alright, now I'm just being shitty. I just ran into a guy who I only played with probably a quarter of the tournament toward the end there, but he was down to almost nothing. And I said, hey man, did you make it? He said, yep. I said, good job. He said, thanks. It seems so simple, but I genuinely felt good for the guy. What is this weird emotion? I don't know. I know it's coming. I know that I'm going to buy in for the full amount. I'm not even going to play another satellite. I'm going to buy in for the 350, and I'm going to get there. And you guys are going to get to watch it. Hopefully support me. If you don't support me, that's cool too. Keep commenting. I get that whiny voice. These last 2 vlogs have been rough. My wife's coming home tonight. I'm going to get over this male PMSing that I have going on, and hopefully it didn't show across these 2 vlogs too much. I do appreciate you guys, and the reason I started these vlogs was because I love creating, and I was told to by my buddy Ray's. I want to bring my side to it. The amateur, parent, full-time working man, squeezing in poker and having a great time doing it. I do not believe I've really showcased my great time like I planned. These vlogs are supposed to be more upbeat, more happy, you know. Even with the struggles, I'm still a positive person, and I'm hoping to show that in the future vlogs. You guys are awesome for sticking with me. All the new guys, you're awesome. And ladies. The beautiful thing about the MSPT, well, there's a lot of beautiful things about the MSPT tour. Love the guys, love the structure, everything. But the beautiful thing about it is they put on all these satellites where 10 and 20% of people get in. So you have these guys and gals who cannot play poker. No offense if you're one of them. No offense. And they bink these little tournaments by getting really lucky in a really fast amount of time. So the field is going to be made up. The $350 field is going to be made up of a lot of those satellite qualifiers. And that is so awesome. That's why it's such a soft field, probably everywhere. It's such a soft field probably everywhere, not just at the Evansville Tropicana, but at the other venues as well. That's probably why I've cashed in 2 of the 3 MSPT events I've played, because it's soft, and I'm a terrible poker player. Okay, I think I'm done rambling now.